Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Krishna and in this video we are going to learn how to do API calls in React. So for this we are going to use this fake online REST API for testing. So this is JSON placeholder typecode.com. I will give this link in the description box so that you can play with this. And here if you scroll down you will be seeing some get API calls here, and if you click on these posts then you will be seeing the data. So this is the temporary data you can get by making a call to this fake API, and you can have some other get APIs as well. And if you want to create your own data you can use this one, and you can create your own data, and we are going to use this. So this is the demo for this video, and if you click on admin here you can see the data whatever we see in these titles. You will be seeing the same thing here. So in this way we can render or we can call APIs in React. So let us see how to code this. So for this I have created a project called as React1, and in this if you open source folder you can see the components and app.js. In this app.js I have created a navbar. You can see this navbar here. So for this I have created a router and all that. So once user clicks on any of this link he will be navigated to particular component. If you don't know how to create this you can go back to my channel and watch how to create this navbar in my videos, or I can give the description link so you can go there and watch that. And in this I am going to create a component in this component folder. I am creating a API calls folder here, and in this I am going to use some API calls.js. So if you want to create a CSS file you can create that for the local stylings. And the next thing is you have to install this command npm install ---- save axios. You can do by fetch as well, but we are using axios here, so it will take some time to install this. Let's wait until it gets installed. So axios got successfully installed in our application, and if you want to verify that then you can go to package.json and you can search for axios. Yeah, you can see here axios 0.21.0 version. So in this way you can verify whatever package you have installed in your application. And now I am going to create a function here, API calls. I have created arrow function, ES6 arrow function for this. It is the most preferred way, and I am using functional component here. If you want to do anything in React then go for functional component because it is best suited for reusability and it has many features as well. And I am exporting this by using default export because I have only one function here, so that is the reason I am using default. If I have multiple functions then I will go with normal export. And I am returning something here. API calls in React. Now I will go to app.js and I will create a link here, and whenever user clicks on this link it will be navigated to our API component. I am giving it as API call, and here I am going to copy this and paste here. API call. Once user clicks on this, it will go to this particular path, and whenever router found this path, it will be navigated to particular component here. So you can see the intelligence, and I am going to click on that. It will automatically import here. Now I am going to open the browser and I will check whether it's working or not. Once I refresh this, you will be able to see API call, and once I click on API call, you will be seeing API calls in React. Now we will go to major portion, that is creating API call. For this we have to import Axios in React, and I am importing Axios from Axios. Now I will use effect, as this is functional component. If you want to render anything while this component is called, then if you want to call any API calls or anything while this component is rendered, then you should use effect here. So as I have created use effect, it will automatically take this use effect here. Now in this use effect, I will go and call Axios dot get of whatever the API here. I am going to paste here, and then I am going to log this in my console by using console log. So I will see what it will get. I am saving this and I will open the browser. So once I open the console in my browser, you should be able to see some arrays. Yeah. So in this way you can get the arrays here. So this is coming from admin, so we can neglect this, and this is coming from our API calls component, and you can see the data and config here. Yeah, in this way you will be getting this data. Now I will render this data in the HTML part. Now for that I am going to create an array by using use state. It will auto import this use state here, and I will initialize this array with empty array. If you are using any number, then you can use 0 like this, or if you are using any other thing like boolean, you can give false like this. So I am giving empty array for initializing this. Now I am going to set this data by using API data dot data. As you can see here, we are getting it as object. In this object we require only the data part, So we don't require config headers and all the, so that is the reason I have taken data from that, and I am setting it to data. That's it. Let's check it by rendering this. And I am using a div here, and if you want to render anything, then open the curly braces like this. Now I am going to use this data dot map. In this map I am going to call a div. Now in this div I am going to use a temporary variable like temp and temp dot title. So if you see in the browser, in particular data, you will be having so API data is not defined. So we have given it as capital D, so that is the reason we got that issue. So if you see here, you will be getting this data in the API calls, and in this data we are going to use only title. In particular object, we will be having different properties like body, ID, title, and user ID. I am going to use this title, and I am rendering this here, title. Once I save this, and I will go to this particular component URL, and let's verify. So you can see here we are in the admin, and if you click on API call, you will be navigated to API call, and you can see the titles rendered here like this. And next one is we have to, if you see here, we have not used this empty array. What this empty array means is like it will call once our component got rendered, and after that it will not call this use effect again and again. And next one is we are going to catch the errors if there are any errors like this. And I will put some error here. I am changing this URL, and once I click on browser and go to the browser, you should be able to see the error here like this. So this is the end of this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.